Welcome to the unboxing of this Panasonic FZ80. This is my wife's choice for a travel camera. It's kind of a bridge camera between a DSLR and a point and shoot. And that was what my wife and I each chose. We chose a different model for some reasons. This one for her is nice and light. It's got a really wide range of focal lengths from a zoom to a really close-up macro type lens on it, so that she can take pretty much anything that she wants to take a picture of. She's able to capture it.
If we're meeting for the first time, on this channel I provide information that helps people spend less so they can travel more, and I provide information that helps individuals that travel with difficulties to overcome those obstacles.
But we got these cameras for travel, and the one thing that we didn't need, she travels with a wheelchair, and we just didn't need to add the complexity of both of us having lenses that we needed to change. So we decided that we would both get bridge cameras. For mine, I got the FZ1000. She chose the FZ80. The FZ80 is lighter. It actually has a little bit longer depth of field. Mine, the FZ1000, I don't have quite as much focal length as she does, but I have the advantage with the FZ1000 that I can plug in a mic. And in fact, this video is being shot with the FZ1000 right now. So anyway, we'll open it up and we'll see what comes in the box. And to start with, what we have obviously is the camera. We'll take it out. We'll just take all the ingredients out of the box and get it out of the way. And we have some manuals. And then underneath in the bottom there are a few more components. So we have a lens cap. We're going to take that out. We have a charger. It's just a USB charger. It goes up there. The debris in the box. And we have a battery. And we have some cables. This is a USB charging cable for it. And then we have a I'm thinking this is for the lens cover so that you don't lose it. So that was the contents of the box. The camera itself is wrapped to protect it. And so again, this is a reasonably straightforward camera. Like I said, it is a bridge camera. Our zoom range is 20 to 1200. Our focal length is 20 to 1200. So that really gives us a nice ability to shoot everything from, like I said, right up close to a long ways away. When we were in Alaska, we were traveling using our phones, and our phones did a good job. But there were some times that you wanted to, a good example was several places we saw wildlife that was quite a ways off, and we just didn't have a quick, easy way to get the picture of it that we wanted. Our lenses, we couldn't get enough zoom out of our camera to do that. One of the things that's really nice about this is that in addition to having the zoom capability, it also has optical image stabilization, so that it'll help to mitigate the amount of vibration and blur you get on long-range photos. We can just take a quick tour of the pieces of it. I'll have to charge the battery, so we'll come back to that here in a few minutes. But we've got on the back, there's your eyepiece. We also have a LCD. Now this is a touch panel LCD. We'll look at some of the functionality associated with it. We've got a button for remote control. We have our quick menu button. This is our menu control. Again, we'll put power on it and look at it. This controls our exposure modes. We have quite a few exposure modes available. We can do the program mode where it automatically decides aperture and shutter speed. You can choose aperture select, or aperture priority, or shutter priority, or manual. We have movie feature. We have one pre-programmed, or one setting we can customize. The scene button lets you select the kind of shot you're going to take, and then it'll automatically set the camera for you. This is creative movie mode, and this is the intelligent automatic where you can choose that, and it will help you get the best possible shot. Obviously our shutter release, our zoom in and out, our movie button. This is our 4K button. This is our function button over here, function 2. Okay, so there's a thumb dial that we'll look at what that does for us as well. Okay, so that's just kind of a quick overview of the outside of it. Like I said, the nice thing is it's nice and compact, it's fairly light, it's easy to hold in one hand. Let me get a charge on the battery and we'll power it up and look at a few of the functions. Later, after we've had some time to use it, we'll give you some feedback on some of the functionality that it contains. Let me show you how to insert. I didn't get the battery charged, but I didn't show you this earlier, so I wanted to show you how to. We're going to put the battery and the memory card in. The battery is notched so that it'll only go in one way, and you can get a pretty good idea because inside you can. It's hard to see, not a lot of light in there, but you can see where the contacts go. Contacts are up on top there, so we'll slide the battery in, and then the CF card that I got for it. The manual says 16 and 32. I went ahead and got a 128 gig. I think it will work just fine. Typically, you can go over the capacity, and then it gives you more room. Contact side does go up on this, so it just slides in. It won't let you put it in the other way. And then we just latch it. While we're here on the bottom, we have our mount for a tripod, so that if you want to shoot off a tripod, you can do that. So let's power it up and see what happens here. Okay, let's go ahead. I've got, by the way, let me just show you this real quick. Lens cover. I'm going to take the lens cover off. And so now we can see what you're seeing from the other camera. One of the things on the back that's handy is you can designate an area where you want the focus to be, so it'll auto focus to it. This is a touchscreen display, so there's a lot of functionality you can change on the back of it. Like I said, our menus are right here, so we can go in and set up our photo style, filters, aspect, picture size. You'll notice here the picture size is set to large, 18 megapixel. Quality settings. So again, I'm not going to walk you through all the functions, but the nice thing is it's touchscreen, so you can just touch the side out here and go through and set it all up. And go back to the shop. So again, on the back you do have your display. On the top, this button, as I mentioned, is your zoom in and out. So there's all the way out, all the way in. And you can see that right here, hopefully you can see that, but it's focusing right here at about, maybe an inch or less. So that's one of the things that is kind of cool about this, is it has a wide angle and macro ability. So you can take a picture from a long ways away to right up almost on the lens. For beekeepers, I don't think you get a bee sitting on the lens, but you get bees pretty close to your lens there and get some nice sharpness with it. Anyway, like I said, that's just kind of a quick tour of the camera. Your button for the flash is right here. Flash pops up. You are set up for a hot shoe as well. This does not take an external mic. These on the side are for your strap to fit in. And there's your record buttons. And right now, that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm going to need to spend some time exploring it, but there you are. It's unboxed and available to look at. Thanks for watching.
Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the like button, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button, or you can just poke me in the nose down below. It'll get you subscribed to the channel, and that way you'll know when we create new videos. We'll see you next time.